What's going on? In this video, I think we're buying a minivan, my first Toyota Sienna. So right now I am chilling at home, working in the office, doing a little video editing right here, messy desk and all, just kind of bumming it in the Sparko hoodie and the winter hat. Anyway, I periodically will switch tasks between video editing and browsing Facebook Marketplace for new postings. It's the weekend, so a lot of people are trying to get the ball rolling and moving. Anyway, I found a Sienna that's loaded, leather, good mileage, awesome. I think we might be jumping on it right about now. So I just found this deal. I'm toggling between recording and messaging the seller because I want to lock this thing down, not let it get away. Anyway, found it 13 minutes ago. Just hit him up, ask if I could see it as soon as possible because I think the deal is good. And actually, I haven't even run the Carfax yet. He posted at Kelley Blue Book in the ad for around 10K. I don't know if that's retail or private party. I've not run the Carfax yet because I need to buy more and do that, but I've been adamant about trying to message him and lock this down so that we can get it sorted and have that first mover advantage. So anyway, I can run the Carfax right now. I'll throw up on the screen what it looks like and hopefully it's clean. Let's go! I just ran the Carfax and it's coming up as literally double for the clean retail value for the value than the seller's asking. We didn't talk price at all. I'm not trying to knock them down over the phone. I may not even knock them down in person, but of course I'll try. Anyway, clean Carfax, no accidents, awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm trying to get this thing locked as soon as possible. I have cash, fortunately, out of the bank, despite it being afternoon on a Sunday when banks are generally closed. So we can get this thing this weekend. Just got a drink and I'm saving the rest to fill up the little diffuser in my office. Anyway, I just wanted to say two things, two quick tips. This is what we go over in the program as far as negotiating. And normally people associate negotiating as the art of just beating someone down, getting them as low as possible on the price, when really that may not always be the case. Now, yes, there are ways to get the price as low as possible, and of course that's the goal. But what's more important than getting this van, let's say for $7,000, is getting the van in the first place. If you immediately said, hey, is this available? Would you take 6K cash today? They may be like, oh, that's that lowballer guy, versus just being as blunt as possible and like, hey, I want this thing. Can I come see it? Just getting the thing, securing the vehicle, the asset that you're trying to acquire, even if you have to pay exactly what they're asking or even a few $100s over ask, is better than missing out on it because you're trying to be a cheapskate, paying attention to the dimes and pennies instead of the dollars. So right now it's the next day. From the Sienna, and I'm finally able to lock it down. They weren't able to meet yesterday when I inquired. However, it's just a few hours before the Super Bowl, and they said after church, before right now, is the perfect pocket to meet. He asked if I was free with cash. I said, you know it. So I'm on the way right now in the car to pick up my madre, doing a little Sunday Super Bowl Valentine's Day minivan buy with the mom. There's a critter at the door. So with a small tampon of sorts on the nose, we're on the way with the madre. I'm just gonna keep this on you. Anyway, we're en route to the minivan in the Civ. We just connected the Bluetooth and are gonna bop some music. Probably not too much B-roll, but maybe a little. the full ask. I'll try to get the price lower, but if I don't, I don't. They had offers for more out of the gate. I'm sure it would be a flipper that would be that aggressive about it. So I'm confident it could sell for 10, if not 12, if not 13, 14, because it's fully loaded. Maybe even 15, that history-based value number. So I'm happy to give them what they want, and I'm going right at 0.2 miles, so I'm going to turn the phone off and pay attention to the roadways. So we're here with the van. She likes the width of the trees. They're ancient, old, with a cool little pond.
There's a boat.
Frozen lake and boat. I'm going to send them a message that I'm here. So here she is. Looks clean on this side. So we're cruising in the van. It's driving awesome. Let me figure out how to turn this blower motor down. He just started it, started right up. It's dead silent. The only light is eco, which is great. And my seatbelt for not having a seatbelt on. But he said that everything works. We got the backup cam, the sunroof. Shifts well. He was super apologetic about the fact that it's not been cleaned out, and I'm like, I'm not bothered. I'm not worried as long as it's mechanically good. The issue now is going to be, I don't want to shoot him low and just like, hey, would you take 6K after he just held it for all this time? So I want to find something small and insignificant that I can try to get down the price for. It's pretty darn perfect. It's got the everything. He even has the seat for the jump seat thing in the back. There's no lights on the dash, no crack in the windshield. The windows work, hopefully. Yeah, the windows seem to work just fine. We'll check out the tires and pop the hood. I don't know. We'll see if we can get them down, but I doubt it, and I'm okay with that. Oh, they smoked me. I got it for $75. I'm stoked on it. It's a good deal, and a very, very, very exceptionally good vehicle. So I'm not opposed. Like I said, I was bringing the full $75. I'm paying the full $75, but I wasn't able to even talk them down $100. I didn't try that hard, but also didn't get anywhere not trying. So we're headed back in the van, assuming everything is good, and they seem like awesome, amazing, honest people. Should be fine. Should be amazing. It's low on gas. That's about the only thing. It just got a new battery, new brakes, tires are great. It needs detailed, and it needs gas. That's literally it. The more I drive this, the more that I come to like it, and the hotter my butt gets because these seat heaters crank. It looks visually a little gross, like there's no rips or stains or anything in the seats or upholstery, but it really needs detailed badly. It's driving so well though. It's just not my Honda Odyssey. I've never had a Sienna. I didn't know if I'd convert over. I really like Tacoma and Tundra trucks. Like that was a great driving experience. So I wouldn't have been shocked if I was like, man, Sienna's slap. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Audi. That's my baby. Anyway, we're driving home. So we're cruising, all the vitals are ideal. We're chilling in overdrive. Cruise is set, eco mode activated. And man, she is just doing it, cruising. We have so much light in here, it's crazy. Good radio. I'm like not used to this control center pad. I'm not a huge fan of like how big all of the buttons are, but oh well. Anyway, the cockpit, the driver's seat's very nice, spacious, whatever. Typical minivan stuff. This is like weird and eerie. The sun is going behind the clouds in the snowstorm, but you can still see it. It's not quite too gray. It's poking its little head out. Typical minivan stuff, spacious. I don't feel the need to like get too much cinematic stuff with this, so probably won't. We have a nice sunset. As you can see, we got the gradient behind me now. So just taking it easy, nice. We'll have the radio. Charlie Puth is evidently playing. I'm not listening to it, but he's on. Just got Bluetooth set up. We are going in. Hopefully they're open. Putting 20 bucks in on pump 4. Typical rundown Midwest stuff going on. Here's the van. I mean, it looks amazing on camera. We can polish these headlights and do a few little things. Like this is broken, that could be secured. Headlights need polished. There's a ding there. Ding there. I think a little scuff, yeah, there and there. Otherwise, it's an awesome shape. That needs to come off. So we just got gas, put 20 bucks in this thing. And as you can see, the sun is out now, which is amazing. It always lifts my mood, makes me feel better when that's the case. So glad that it's here and glad that it's warm inside. Huge cabin, obviously being a minivan, but it heats up quickly. It gets quite toasty because it's freezing outside and I just have a hoodie, which is not wise. I just went through the Bluetooth pairing process, which is one of the most unnecessarily complex things. You have to use the talk function to like set a passcode and pair new devices, all while parked and not moving, which makes sense, but it was just odd, as you probably heard. Anyway, taking in the sun a little bit that we have, and cruising the rest of the way home. Should be easy, and we got plenty of fuel now. So this is super weird. I'm gonna get over like I'm gonna pass, but you can see, hopefully, we have a van up in front of us, in front of the van, and a van behind us. I don't know if it just happens to be fate that all of the vans are mobbing together, or if it's just my reticular activating system going off saying, oh, now that you're driving a van, you should pay attention to the rest of the vans on the road. But we got a convoy of companions, yeah, horrible joke. Anyway, we're driving home, just had to hop on to share that. Next day, you can see the how cold it is in here. Going inside where it's not quite as loud. So I pulled the Sienna into the garage last night, made it home perfectly without issue. The thing is awesome. This morning started up great, pulled it in the garage. As you could see, my breath and the snow on the ground. It's pretty cold outside here, so I wanted to get it in to do a few minor touch-ups with the front bumper, with the headlights, and then with the detail. And that's it. Hopefully that's all we have to do to this thing, other than any incidental repair that may come up. There's no maintenance that'll need to be done unless it's routine, like oil changes. The brakes are good, the tires are good, the battery's new. Everything is pretty solid. I can look into the door right now, see if it works. possibly troubleshoot that and replace the motor, but that's as far as we have to go. Someone, myself, my friend, the dealership, whoever, you could hop in this thing, drive it all around for months and months and months for free, and then sell it at a break-even price or even profitably. So this is an awesome rig if you need to haul the kids around. You're never too old for making that automotive money, whatever your life demands are, whether it's a big 4x4 truck, whether you want a stealthy hybrid or Tesla, or you need a minivan or a sport bike to go incredibly fast. You can make money with anything, and I'm just making this video even though there's not a lot to do or to build or really anything, just as a testament to the fact that it works with anything. So we got the vacuum out, and we're gonna tackle this. I'll throw in some B-roll right now of just the filth, grit, and grime, but you can see this is supposed to be black, which is pretty funny. The interior is just gross. They didn't get a chance to clean it out, sweep it out, whatever. So that is number one. We're starting off with the detail. It's adequately warm. It's hoodie weather, not shivering cold. So we don't have to have this thing blown anymore. So we've made some pretty significant progress on the van. The exterior looks great on camera, but it's not too nice in real life other than these wheels. The rims are in good shape. The tires are a nice slick black. And then I also went ahead, I didn't have any video of the engine bay before, just imagine this, but instead of jet black being covered in dirt, kind of like that back corner that I didn't get, everything actually looked like back there and right here in the engine bay, just gross. So tire shine, bam, got that squared away. Everything looks good over here. Everything looks good over here. The interior is beautiful now. It doesn't have all that crap, any of the stains really, and it's just overall freshly detailed. It doesn't have any of the spots, the wear, the dirt, the trash, the whatever. The last thing I want to do now is polish these headlights. Now, I don't have a headlight polishing kit, unfortunately, at the house, so I'm just going to try some good old rubbing compound and polish. If that works, awesome. If that doesn't, well, then I'll have to get a kit or just have a few stocked at home. But I think it's not too bad that we can get it. You can just see some yellowing up top that isn't going to be a huge deal breaker, but I just had an Accord with really fogged over headlights, and man, in the pictures you can really tell the difference between when they're polished and when they're not. When you're looking to sell a van in the teens, when it drives as flawlessly as this, you want it to look the part as well. So that's what we're doing right now. Now that is crazy. I didn't think that just rubbing compound and some tire shine would do that much. Let's go over, look at the top of that one. And I don't know if I'll be able to, capture both in the shot. You can see that one is crispy clean, and well, that one's about to be. So as you can see here, we got it finished, got it detailed, and I got some pictures. I'll throw them on the screen right here. After just doing this detail, I thought may as well get some pictures for the listing when it comes time, whether my friend drives it for a while, whether it goes straight up to the dealership tomorrow. We're still trying to figure out the exact course of action, but for the time being, we got this right here. It is looking slick, stealthy, and clean. Awesome, beautiful, fixed, everything good. So signing off for now. I gotta go, but I will see you very soon. So we have a little bit of low light here just because I'm driving the van at night, but we are back in the Sienna. We finally got Parker's sister Paige a new car. She was using this in the interim between the point of listing and selling her car, and then getting this new one, the Malibu here. Anyway, she's been driving this thing daily to work, got her phone connected to Bluetooth, even took it on a pretty hefty trek just a couple days ago, a little over 2 hours down in the back, hauled 8 people. They had to put in the jump seat, had her boyfriend, and then 3 other couples. They went around, had a blast in in Indianapolis, the capital of good old Indiana, and some deer on the road. I better not be filming. Anyway, we finally got our new car, so that means this thing is done. I think, based on the trip readout, she put a little over 1,000 miles on this, which is awesome. Just bulletproof, super smooth. She loved it. I'm stoked to be driving it once again, but I think this is marking the end because it'll be listed and sold fairly soon. I reached out to the individual who had theirs posted that comped out very nearly to mine, and I'm just waiting to hear back for what it sold for, as to get a gauge on what this will sell for, what I should take, like bottom dollar wise. I threw it up for 12.8 just to see what kind of inquiries we get, but anything over 8, even after the title transfer, is just going to be profit. So we'll do well on it, I'm sure. So it's a gorgeous sunny evening. We just sold the van, which is awesome. I'll throw in a clip right here of me filming out of this window of the van leaving, making its final voyage, and I'm actually a little bit saddened. You can hear the birds chirping. Obviously I have a smile on my face. We just made over $3,000, or right at $3,000 on this thing, which is stellar. It's incredible, and it was amazing because the van is so solid, but I'm gonna miss it because the van was so solid and it was my favorite daily while I had it. So a little bit bummed there. I honestly, and I go through this every time I sell stuff, I'm way better of a buyer than I am a seller, but I go through this every time I sell stuff. I don't know if I could replace that van for what I just sold it for. Like, it's tough. I know that I got it for a steal, a screaming deal, but I don't know on the market right now, based on comps of Siennas and Odysseys with that mileage, clean title, no accidents, if I could get that same van for that same price. It's tough. anyway, I'm actively looking for an Odyssey to replace it now because I fell back in love with the van game. But for now, I am autoless. But the birds are chirping, the sun is shining. I'm going inside because it is still a little bit chilly, but I wanted to update you on the fact that we just sold it and made a pretty decent profit. And if you're interested in learning how I was able to not only drive this van for absolutely free, put thousands of miles on it at no cost, but even make thousands of dollars profit, then hit the link down below. I'll teach you how to do that with a van or any other vehicle. With that in mind, I will see you on the next one. Peace.